another spontaneous video in the month of October. This week and next week, my students will be learning about character traits, and we read about Frog and Toad. So we read a chapter together. It's a great chapter book for everyone to follow along with pictures, but also there's dialogue that you can learn from one another, descriptive words, and also character traits, which is something we're working on. And so what I asked them to do is to tell me about each of the characters and their traits and why. Not just saying they're clean or kind, but they had to explain to me why, or where in the book did we see that. And so they did a really good job. All of these were from the kids, and then later on I let them glue this so then they can look back and refer to it. Another thing is I gave them a character traits list. If they need it, or when they are trying to describe more of the characters, they have these to help them get started. But if you notice, a lot of these words are some words that they already know. They didn't have to refer back to the trait page. So whatever works for you, but this was a very successful lesson, and maybe you can try it out too. I like to teach my students a little bit of sign language to make things a little easier for the teacher, especially when they want water and use the bathroom. Instead of raising their hand and verbally telling me they can sign me, I can say yes, no, or later. And so I just find that to be very useful. We also have sit down all the way on their bottom if, they are like on their knees at the carpet, for example, and quiet sign, and happy yays when we're super excited. So yeah, my class really likes it, and they memorized it in like a couple minutes when I taught them. So they really enjoyed that, and they use it quite often. I think today we are going to make a little wreath, a pumpkin wreath, and I just think it's really cute. We can talk about different feelings and expressions, but I will give them better quality paper, and it'll be orange. But yeah, I just thought it would be fun, but it won't be too time consuming, and they can hang it up somewhere at home. Every year we would have a parade. We would divide the grades into two groups, and so the younger grades will go first. Families and relatives and also middle schoolers will create a little outline for us to walk around and just celebrate, wearing our costumes and just seeing the parents and getting our pictures taken. So it's always really fun, even though it's like always rainy and dreary. So far it hasn't been pouring, so it was really nice. But yeah, it's just something fun for them, and just showing off their outfits in the morning before, they get dirty or they get tired of wearing their costumes. Another tradition that we have is the pumpkin drop contest, and that's where middle schoolers are in groups, and they plan and decide and create a way to prevent the pumpkin from cracking or breaking from the drop. A family kindly used their crane, I guess, and dropped it from, I want to say like 4 to 5 stories or so. This year it was even higher than before. And so it's really fun. Everyone gets to gather and celebrate and cheer and just, see what happens in the end. Unfortunately, this year all of the pumpkins were cracked, and yeah, there was no official winner, I guess.
Okay, what's happened? Here we go. Let's woo!
I did a metaphor and similes game, which is usually pretty hard for second graders to understand, but they did pretty well. So I paired them up with a partner, and they had to go over and decide which one to glue depending on the sentence. Of course, we had a mini lesson beforehand, and they did a really good job. Then the next challenge is to see if they can create a metaphor and a simile with their partner. And as you can see, the simile sentence makes a lot more sense than the metaphor, but that's okay, because usually the metaphor is harder to write and create. So we'll do more of that this week. So yeah, these were some of the things we did in October, and hope to share more fun and creative things and spark your creativity as educators. And please share your discoveries too with me. So yeah, thank you for watching.